Melbourne train history. 1888 to 1891. The long way round. Melbourne's headlong rail construction continues into the late 1880s, with many projects of dubious value driven forward by vested interests and the exuberance of the times. The Outer Circle line, connecting the Gippsland line to Spencer Street Station the long way round, to avoid the once privately owned Flinders Street Station, will be rendered obsolete before it opens, by consolidation of the railways, the South Yarra to Oakleigh connection, and the empty farmland through which it runs. At the same time, cable trams, introduced to Melbourne in 1885 and rapidly expanding, will act as both feeder and competition to the heavy rail network. The 8th of May, 1888. The Inner Circle line opens between Royal Park and Clifton Hill, with 2 intermediate stations, Langridge Street, later North Carlton, and Nicholson Street, later North Fitzroy. A spur line between Nicholson Street and Fitzroy also opens. Langridge Street Station is located adjacent to Solly Avenue. Nicholson Street Station is located on the eastern side of Nicholson Street, and Fitzroy Station is located at the bottom of Edinburgh Gardens at Freeman Street. The 8th of May, 1888. On the same day the Inner Circle line opens, part of what will become the Hurstbridge line officially opens between the first Collingwood station, later Victoria Park, and Heidelberg, with 5 intermediate stations, Clifton Hill, Westgarth Street, later Westgarth, Fairfield Park, later Fairfield, Alphington, and Ivanhoe. Rather than going the long way round via the Inner Circle line to reach the city, many passengers likely transferred to the recently opened Johnston Street cable tram at Collingwood. The Nowhere to Nowhere line between Clifton Hill and Alphington had been completed in 1885, but languished while controversy raged over how to connect it to the rest of the rail network. From 1886, a limited service, officially sanctioned but privately operated, was provided on this section of the line by an improvised gas engine, hauling a single passenger car. The 15th of May, 1888. The first part of what will become the Healesville line opens between Lilydale and Yarra Flats. The line will reach Healesville by the 1st of March, 1889. The 1st of June, 1888. Graham Street Station, later Graham, opens on the Port Melbourne line. The 4th of June, 1888. Tunstall Station, later Nunawading, opens on the Lilydale line. The 1st of August, 1888. Westgarth Street Station, later Westgarth, on what will become the Hurstbridge line is renamed Northcote South. The 8th of September, 1888. The Altona Bay Estate Company opens a private line between Williamstown Racecourse, branching off just before the Racecourse Station, and Altona. The company was selling land for residential development in Altona, and the railway was a major inducement. The first service to run transported potential buyers to the first land auction. The 1st of October, 1888. The first part of what will become the Stony Point line opens between Frankston and Mornington Junction, later Baxter, with 1 intermediate station, Langwarrin, located roughly 600 metres north of Robinson's Road. The 1st of October, 1888. The South Gippsland line, including the outer section of the Cranbourne line, opens between Dandenong and Tooradin, with 2 intermediate stations in Melbourne, Lyndhurst, located just west of the Western Port Highway, and Cranbourne. The line will reach Leongatha by the 1st of November, 1891. The 1st of October, 1888. Footscray West Station, later West Footscray, opens on the Melton, Sunbury lines. The 4th of October, 1888. Soon after this date, Prince's Bridge Station loses its apostrophe and is renamed Prince's Bridge. The third and extant crossing of the Yarra River at this location opened on this date, with the apostrophe omitted from its name. The station name was eventually aligned with that of the bridge. The 1st of November, 1888. The Altona Bay Estate Company extends what will become the Altona Loop line from Altona to the first Altona Beach Station, located just before Grieve Parade, then called Lily Street. The 14th of November, 1888. The Rosstown Railway opens, connecting Elstonwick and Oakleigh, with 4 intermediate stations planned: Garden Vale, Hawthorn Road, Booran Road, and Sugarworks. The railway was built privately by William Murray Ross to serve his Rosstown project. It is unclear if any of the stations were completed, but the line itself was built to such a poor standard that it quickly deteriorated. To satisfy a requirement of the lease of the land from the Victorian government, a single passenger service ran on the line, carrying local dignitaries for free. Soon after this, the Rosstown project went bankrupt, and its assets were sold off. The 1st of January 1889. Oakleigh Racecourse Station, later Sandown Park, opens on the Cranbourne-Pakenham lines. The 7th of May 1889. Hawksburn Station opens on the Cranbourne-Frankston-Pakenham lines, the last of the Malvern to South Yarra, Math stations. The 15th of July 1889. Footscray North Station on the Melton-Sunbury lines is renamed Middle Footscray. This station originally opened as Footscray Main Line and is not to be confused with the modern Middle Footscray Station, located 600 metres further west. The 7th of August 1889. Beach Station, later Williamstown Beach, opens on the Williamstown line. The 19th of August 1889. Langridge Street Station on the Inner Circle line is renamed North Carlton. The 10th of September 1889. What will become the Stony Point line is extended from Mornington Junction, later Baxter, to Hastings, with 2 intermediate stations, Somerville and Tayab. The 10th of September 1889. On the same day, what will become the Stony Point line is extended to Hastings. The Mornington line opens between Mornington Junction, later Baxter, and Mornington. The 10th of September 1889. Retreat Station on the Sandringham line is renamed Hampton. The 8th of October 1889. Part of what will become the Mernda line opens between Nicholson Street and Preston Reservoir, later Reservoir, with 7 intermediate stations: the first Northcote Station, later Merry, Middle Northcote, later the modern Northcote, Croxton, Thornbury, Preston Bell Street, later Bell, Preston Murray Road, later Preston, and Preston Regent Street, later Regent. The 8th of October 1889. The Upfield line, and what will become known as the Somerton Link, open between Coburg and Somerton on the Craigieburn line, with 5 intermediate stations: Bell Park, later Batman, North Coburg, later Merlinston, the first Fawkner Station, Campbellfield, and North Campbellfield, later Upfield. The first Fawkner Station is located at the northern end of the cemetery near Box Forest Road, and Campbellfield Station is located at Camp Road. The 16th of October 1889. Nicholson Street Station on the Inner Circle line is renamed North Fitzroy. The 1st of November 1889. Mount Atkinson Station on the Melton line is renamed Rockbank. The 3rd of December 1889. Koroit Creek Station on the Melton line is renamed Deer Park. The 4th of December 1889. Part of what will become the Belgrave line opens between Ringwood and Upper Ferntree Gully with 2 intermediate stations, Bayswater and Lower Ferntree Gully, later Ferntree Gully. Bayswater Station was called Macaulay during construction, but was renamed before opening to avoid confusion with Macaulay Road Station on the Upfield line. The 17th of December 1889. The Stony Point line opens between Hastings and Stony Point with 2 intermediate stations, Bitton and Crib Point. The 23rd of December 1889. The Whittlesea line, including the outer section of the Mernda line, opens between Preston Reservoir and Whittlesea, with 4 intermediate stations in Melbourne: Thomastown, the first Epping Station, the first South Morang Station, later Middle Gorge, and South Yang Yeen, later Mernda. The first Epping Station is located at Railway Road, at the southern end of what is now the train maintenance depot. The 24th of March, 1890. The Glen Iris line, including part of what will become the Glen Waverley line, opens between Burnley and Oakleigh, with 8 intermediate stations: Richmond Park, Hayington, Kooyong, Taronga, Gardner, Glen Iris, Darling, and Waverley, later Waverley Road. Richmond Park Station, located approximately at the current site of Burnley Stabling, is officially open but has no scheduled passenger services. Kooyong Station opens as North Malvern, but is renamed within days to avoid confusion with North Melbourne. Waverley Station is located where Oroville Avenue meets Waverley Road. The 30th of May, 1890. The southern section of the Outer Circle line, including what will become the Alamein line, opens between Camberwell and Waverley with 3 intermediate stations: Riversdale, the first Hartwell station, later Burwood, and Norwood, later Ashburton. Riversdale Station was known as Prospect Hill during construction, but was renamed before opening. The 31st of May, 1890. Richmond Park Station on what will become the Glen Waverley line officially closes, having never seen a passenger service. The 23rd of June, 1890. Waverley Station on the Outer Circle line is renamed Waverley Road. The 11th of August, 1890. Mont Albert Station opens on the Lilydale line. The 14th of August, 1890. What will become the Altona Loop line between Williamstown Racecourse and Altona Beach closes to passenger services. Sales of land by the Altona Bay Estate Company had been poor, and patronage didn't justify even the infrequent services on the privately run railway. The line will continue to see a variety of uses in coming decades, however, including stabling for racecourse trains and movement of troops and material to military encampments in the area during World War I. The 28th of October, 1890. North Essendon Station, later Strathmore, opens on the Craigieburn line. The 12th of December, 1890. Norwood Station on the Alamein line is renamed Ashburton. The 2nd of March, 1891. Hatherley Station opens on the Werribee line, located at Hatherley Grove. The 2nd of March, 1891. Tottenham Station opens on the Melton-Sunbury lines. The 11th of March, 1891. South Kensington Station opens on the Melton-Sunbury-Werribee-Williamstown lines. The 24th of March, 1891. The northern section of the Outer Circle line opens between Fairfield Park, later Fairfield, and Riversdale, with 5 intermediate stations: Fulham Grange, Willsmere, East Kew, Deep Dean, and Shenley. Fulham Grange Station is located on the northwest corner of the Grange Road-Heidelberg Road intersection. Willsmere Station is located at the intersection of Willsmere Road and Earl Street. East Kew Station is located west of Normanby Road, just north of Campbell Street. Deep Dean Station is located on the north side of Maroondah Highway, and Shenley Station is located where Avenue Athol meets Canterbury Road. The complete Outer Circle line provides a passenger service connecting the eastern and western rail networks, albeit with a lengthy detour, multiple changes, and backtracking out of Collingwood. The 24th of March, 1891. The first Albion Station opens on the Sunbury line, located approximately 800 metres further from the city than the Albion and Darlington Station that opened and closed in 1860. The 1st of April, 1891. Aspendale Park Racecourse Station, later Aspendale, opens on the Frankston line. The 6th of July, 1891. Clayton's Road Station on the Cranbourne-Pakenham lines is renamed Clayton. The 23rd of November, 1891. The Flinders Street Rail Viaduct opens between Flinders Street and Spencer Street stations, finally providing a direct connection between the eastern and western rail networks. Initially carrying only freight, passenger traffic will start using the viaduct in December 1894. the long way round via the Outer Circle line is rendered obsolete just 8 months after it was completed. Coming next, Melbourne train history, 1892 to 1918. All lines lead to Flinders Street.